Hey there. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your debt just keeps growing? No matter how hard you try to pay it off, you're not alone. In fact, most people struggle with debt not because they're careless, but because they were never taught how to manage it the smart way. In today's episode, we're going to break that cycle. I'll walk you through a simple mindset shift, proven strategies for paying off debt, and the most common traps that keep people stuck. If you've been feeling overwhelmed by credit cards, loans, or just the pressure of making ends meet, this video is for you. Before we dive in, just a quick reminder, I'm not a financial expert. I'm simply someone learning through life experience, a lot of research, and a genuine interest in personal finance. And everything I share here is part of that journey. Section 1. Why does debt get out of control? These days, spending money has never been easier. With just a few clicks, we can order electronics, book trips, or have food delivered, without even feeling the money leave our accounts. But with that convenience comes a hidden danger: automatic, unconscious spending. Credit cards have become both our greatest ally and our biggest trap. Many people use them to cover everyday expenses like groceries, gas, or utility bills. But along the way, they unknowingly start financing their entire lifestyle. It usually starts like this: you pay for dinner here, buy a new appliance there, maybe book a trip, and split it into monthly payments. Then suddenly, the credit card bill is out of control, and you're only able to pay the minimum. That's when the interest kicks in, and the debt cycle begins. Over time, paying the full balance becomes rare. The minimum payment becomes the norm, and the credit card, which was meant to be a financial tool, turns into a crutch. Then the crisis hits. Lost your job. No income means your debt grows fast, with interest and penalties. Reduced income. The credit card becomes your emergency backup, accelerating your financial downfall. And it's not just low-income earners at risk. Even someone making $7,000 a month can run into trouble if their fixed expenses look like this: $1,000 for a car loan, $1,500 for rent, $700 minimum payment on credit cards. In a case like that, just one unexpected expense, like a $2,000 medical bill, can throw everything off balance. The debt trap. When credit turns into a burden. Debt often starts off harmlessly: a student loan, a personal loan, a mortgage. But if your income doesn't stretch far enough to cover it all, the financial balance collapses. The worst types of debt include: 1. Credit cards with interest rates over 20% per year. 2. Predatory loans with abusive terms and misleading fees. 3. Repeated refinancing that only delays the problem. This leads to the debt spiral. You pay interest on interest. You borrow to pay other debts. And no matter what you do, the balance never seems to go down. Month after month, you feel more stuck. How to break the cycle? 1. Stop creating new debt. Put the cards away. 2. Make a detailed budget. List all your fixed expenses, variable costs, and debts. 3. Cut aggressively. Downsize your car, cancel subscriptions, limit food delivery. The first step is financial awareness. Without it, no strategy will work. Understanding the credit card cycle. The most common causes of credit card debt include: spending more than you earn because credit feels easy, making only minimum payments each month, not having a budget or an emergency fund. Pro tip: an emergency fund of $1,500 to $3,000 can keep you from using credit cards when unexpected expenses hit. If your debt is already past due, reach out to nonprofit agencies like the NFCC, National Foundation for Credit Counseling. Consider settling with creditors. In many cases, a $6,000 lump sum can wipe out a $10,000 debt. Just a quick reminder, I'm not a financial expert. I'm simply someone learning through life experience, a lot of research, and a genuine interest in personal finance. And everything I share here is part of that journey. Section 2. Smart strategies to pay off debt. In this section, we'll dive into 2 of the most effective strategies to eliminate debt in a consistent and sustainable way: the Avalanche method and the Snowball method. Both are widely used by financial experts in the United States and can be tailored to fit your psychological and financial profile. Reaching financial freedom sooner. The Avalanche method: attack the most expensive debts first. If your main goal is to pay the least amount in interest over time, this is the method for you. The Avalanche method focuses on paying off debts with the highest interest rates first, regardless of the balance amount. How to apply it? 1. Make a list of all your debts: credit cards, student loans, auto loans, personal loans, etc. 2. Organize them from highest to lowest interest rate. 3. Continue making minimum payments on all debts, but put any extra money toward the one with the highest rate. 4. Once that debt is paid off, roll that full payment amount into the next highest interest debt. Practical example. Let's say you owe $3,000 on credit card C at 22% APR, $1,000 on a personal loan at 20%, $500 on credit card A at 15%. Using the Avalanche method, you would start with credit card C, since it has the highest interest rate. Even though it has the biggest balance, it's also costing you the most every month. After that's paid off, you move on to the personal loan, and so on. Why this works? Real savings on interest. You pay less over time. Faster total payoff. You reduce overall costs and speed up your journey to debt freedom. Financial clarity. You clearly see which debts are draining your money the fastest. Extra benefits. More cash flow every month as debts disappear. A significant boost to your credit score. FICO, which is especially valuable in the US. More room in your budget to build an emergency fund or start investing. Helpful tool. Sites like NerdWallet and Bankrate offer free online calculators that show how the Avalanche method can impact your financial journey. The Snowball method. Start with the smallest balance first. This method is all about motivation. It focuses on quick wins, paying off smaller debts first, regardless of their interest rate. How to apply it. 1. List your debts from smallest to largest balance. 2. Make minimum payments on all of them. 3. Focus any extra money on the smallest balance. 4. Once that's paid off, roll the full payment, minimum plus extra, into the next smallest debt. Practical example. You owe $500 on credit card A, 15%, $1,000 on a personal loan, 20%, $3,000 on credit card C, 22%. Here, you'd start by paying off credit card A. Wiping it out quickly gives you a strong feeling of progress. Then you roll that payment into the $1,000 debt, and keep going from there. Why it works. Quick wins build motivation. Seeing progress keeps you going. Helps build habits. The momentum keeps you focused and consistent. Best for people who feel overwhelmed or discouraged by their debt. Have tried other methods without success? Need to see fast results to stay motivated? Keep in mind, it may take longer and cost more in interest overall, but it's still way better than having no plan at all. Comparing the two methods. Avalanche method. Best if you're disciplined and want to save more money, focused on numbers and long-term gains. Snowball method. Better if you need motivation and small victories. Ideal if debt feels emotionally overwhelming. Pro tip. You can combine both. Start with the Snowball to build momentum. Then switch to Avalanche once you're more confident and structured. Final example. Strategic choice. Imagine you have $500 per month to put toward debt. How you apply that amount could save you hundreds, or even thousands of dollars over a few years. Using the Avalanche method, focusing on the debt with 22% interest, could save you over $1,000 in interest in just 2 years. Meanwhile, the Snowball method could help you knock out smaller debts in just a few months, keeping your morale high and your motivation strong. The best strategy is the one you can stick with consistently. Both work, but you have to take action. And the best time to start is today. If this video helped you, leave a like, drop a comment, and share it with someone who needs it. Don't forget to subscribe to my wealth guide. Section 3. Common pitfalls to avoid. When it comes to getting out of debt, it's not just about using the right strategies. It's also about avoiding the most common mistakes that can slow you down. In this section, we'll walk through practical solutions to help you steer clear of debt traps that many people in the US fall into. 1. 5 ways to pay off credit card debt without taking out new loans. 1. Balance transfer with 0% interest. Many credit card companies in the US offer promotional 0% APR on balance transfers for 12 to 21 months. There's usually a one-time fee of 3% to 5% of the amount transferred. Strategy: transfer your balance, then focus on paying it off in full before the promo ends, so you avoid interest entirely. 2. Negotiating directly with your lender. Many banks are open to negotiating if you're going through temporary financial hardship. Possible benefits include lower interest rates or waived fees, temporary payment pauses or extended due dates. Tip: call customer service, explain your situation clearly, and share a simple budget showing your income and expenses. 3. Debt management plan, DMP. Credit counseling agencies in the U.S., like the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, NFCC, can help create a customized monthly repayment plan. Pros: lower interest rates negotiated on your behalf. One single monthly payment to simplify things. Cons: you'll likely need to close your credit cards. It may temporarily impact your credit score. 4. Hardship assistance programs. Some lenders offer temporary relief options like lower interest, reduced fees, or smaller minimum payments. These programs are especially helpful during events like job loss or medical emergencies. Be ready to submit documentation proving financial hardship. 5. Debt settlement agreements. In some cases, you can settle your debt for less than you owe. For example, paying $6,000 to settle a $10,000 balance. But beware, can significantly damage your credit history. Any forgiven debt may be taxed as income by the IRS. Not all creditors accept settlement offers. Best used only in extreme situations, where minimum payments are no longer manageable. 2. For myths about student loan refinancing in the U.S. Myth 1. You need to earn over $100,000 a year to refinance. Fact. Lenders look at much more than just income, like credit history, payment consistency, and how long you've been out of school. Even with a moderate salary, you can still qualify for good rates. Myth 2. Switching lenders is complicated and risky. Fact. Refinancing today is mostly digital. You can complete the process with just a few online forms and document uploads. The new lender pays off your old loan directly. Just be sure to choose a company rated A or higher by the Better Business Bureau. Myth 3. It only makes sense for new graduates. Fact. Refinancing can benefit existing loans by lowering your interest rate, shortening your term, or reducing your monthly payment. It doesn't reset your repayment history, it simply improves your terms. Myth 4. You can't refinance with a low credit score. Fact. There are options available, like adding a co-signer, showing stable income, or choosing lenders who work with limited credit histories, especially in fields like healthcare and education. 3. Ignoring debt. Know the real risks. Avoiding the problem might feel easier, but in the US it can have serious consequences. Your account becomes delinquent and subject to aggressive collection actions. Your creditor could take you to court and request wage garnishment. You may start receiving constant letters, calls, and legal notices. What is wage garnishment? Under federal law, up to 25% of your take-home pay can be withheld to pay off debts. Some states, like Texas and Florida, offer stronger protections, but in most states, the full garnishment limit applies, and interest often keeps building, even during wage garnishment. If you're being sued for a debt, 1. Show up to your court date. If you don't, the creditor automatically wins. 2. Request written proof of the debt before the hearing. 3. Talk to a lawyer, or reach out to a nonprofit like Legal Aid. 4. Try to negotiate directly with the creditor. If possible, offer a realistic payment plan. Why taking action is so important. Garnishment seriously reduces your spending power. Ignoring the debt only makes it worse. Facing the situation might be uncomfortable, but doing nothing comes at a much higher cost. Avoiding these pitfalls, and choosing the right solutions, can speed up your path toward financial freedom. In the next section, we'll explore the best tools and digital resources that can help you take control of your finances. Just a quick reminder, I'm not a financial expert. I'm simply someone learning through life experience, a lot of research, and a genuine interest in personal finance. And everything I share here is part of that journey. Section 4. Tools and resources to help. In this section, we'll go over essential tools and resources for anyone looking to manage and eliminate debt in the United States, with a focus on top-rated apps, digital strategies, and trusted sources of information. Debt management apps. Financial control at your fingertips. Modern apps make it easier to manage debt, plan payments, and maintain a balanced budget. The best ones offer custom budgets based on your income and expenses, automated payments to avoid late fees, interest tracking and payoff projections, credit score monitoring and alerts. 7 must-have features to look for. When choosing a debt app, prioritize tools that include 1. Tracking of all debt types, including credit cards, student loans, auto loans, and more. 2. Budgeting tools, to help you allocate your money wisely. 3. Support for Snowball and Avalanche payoff strategies. 4. Automated payments, to avoid missed due dates. 5. Interest savings calculators and progress visualizations. 6. Credit monitoring, with tips for improvement. 7. A user-friendly interface that's easy to navigate. Top 5 debt apps in the US, 2025. 1. Undebt.it offers personalized payoff plans, both free and premium options, and clear progress tracking. 2. Tally, perfect for managing credit card debt. It automates payments and may help reduce interest rates. 3. Debt Payoff Planner, great for visual learners. Includes charts, progress tracking, and goal setting. 4. eNAB, you need a budget. Best for full budget control. Syncs with bank accounts and encourages proactive planning. 5. Mint, a free all-in-one solution that tracks expenses, credit scores, and all your debts in one place. How to choose the right app. Need detailed payoff plans? Go with undebt.it. Want to automate credit card payments? Tally is your best bet. Love charts and visual goals? Try Debt Payoff Planner. Want total budget control? eNAB is for you. Looking for a free, all-in-one app? Mint is the way to go. 5 tips to make the most of your app. 1. Update your balances and goals weekly. 2. Stick to a strategy, Snowball or Avalanche. 3. Make extra payments when possible. 4. Avoid new debt while paying off old ones. 5. Use reminders to avoid missed payments or overspending. Understanding loan amortization. Amortization shows how each monthly payment is split between interest, the cost of borrowing, based on the remaining balance. Principal, the actual amount that reduces your debt. In fixed-rate loans, like a 30-year mortgage, the structure looks like this. 1. Early on, most of your payment goes toward interest. 2. Over time, the interest portion shrinks, and more goes toward the principal. 3. At the end, nearly the entire payment reduces your principal. Example, in year 1 of a 30-year mortgage, up to 80% of your payment may go toward interest. In the final year, that drops to under 10%. Key points to remember. Interest doesn't reduce your debt. Only principal payments bring your balance down. The faster you pay principal, the quicker you're debt-free. Financial websites, trusted information and planning tools. Specialized websites are powerful allies, especially if you can't afford financial advisors. They provide free access to market data and analysis, planning tools and simulators, financial education for beginners and advanced users alike. 15 essential financial sites to follow in 2025. Global coverage and market news. 1. Reuters. 2. Financial Times. 3. Bloomberg Businessweek. 4. CNBC. 5. The Economist. Education and personal strategy. 6. The Motley Fool. 7. Kiplinger. 8. Money Morning. 9. This is Money. Real-time data and tools. 10. Investing.com. 11. MarketWatch. Traditional media with financial focus. 12. Wall Street Journal. 13. Forbes. 14. CNN Money. 15. The Street. How to use these resources. Just getting started. Begin with Kiplinger and This is Money. Need real-time data. Use Investing.com and MarketWatch. Planning long-term. Explore The Motley Fool and Money Morning. These platforms help turn complex financial topics into clear, actionable insights. Using them regularly can fast-track your journey toward financial freedom. Let's recap. Debt gets out of control when left unmanaged. Smart strategies like the Avalanche and Snowball methods make a big difference. Avoid common mistakes that worsen your situation. Use tools that make the journey easier. You don't have to do it alone. And remember, debt doesn't define your worth, but your attitude can change everything. If this video helped you, leave a like, drop a comment, and share it with someone who needs it. Don't forget to subscribe to my wealth guide. More practical episodes are on the way.